Oh, hello there, Site 42 staff and those of you from the greater, why is this so bright, SCP Foundation community, and welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site 42 of the SCP Foundation, as well as Head Containment Specialist. And as always, daily for the last 6.5 months and counting, the streak remains strong. I am here for the next 40 minutes to answer your questions about the anomalies of the SCP Foundation, the staff who contains them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, as well as hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. Perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. I am here to answer your deepest queries about the inner workings and mysteries of the SCP Foundation. And so before we begin the Q&A, let me start by congratulating Dr. Val Cat. Congratulations on being the most punctual SCP Foundation researcher of the day. Thank you for being the first chatter. Now, junior researcher Sally, who we should congratulate on having today's thumbnail. I am not a cake, even if red velvet cake is delicious. I am not cake. It is important to realize that I am not cake. Just for those who might get hungry and be misinformed. I am not cake, despite what the thumbnail says. But, along with junior researcher Sally, Dr. Puppeteer, Low Key, Soda Paws, senior researcher Alex Blake, Abigail, Amber, America, Billy the Go-Goat, SCP Chaos, everyone whomst I have just named, Dr. Puppeteer, Bumbus ADHD, Low Key, in case I haven't said you, Cypher's Girl. Everyone who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and also thank you for being members of Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service, especially the work that you're doing to help us win the battle against the White Names. On top of that, A.A. Blackwood, Soulless, Stacy, Larona, and Agatha. Thank you all for being here punctually, and thank you for being here just for being you. I see our names are still messed up. That's true, Joey Smith. I do not know how long YouTube is going to have this error where it is @ symbols instead of your previous display names. In fact, it's been so much longer than it was last time, I'm starting to get afraid that this just might be the new permanent lifestyle. So we might need to work out some new @ usernames because they're making you use them now. Very rude. On top of all that, Dustin, Nico, and Stuffed World. Welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dr. Val, no need for the cat. Gotcha. Now, as I begin, 2 quick donos came in. Scarlett, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to get yourself a bowl of tortellini on brodo on your way past the commissary. I have pasta for the break room today, making it at the moment. I'll say when it's done. How is everyone, by the way? Well, on this side of the screen, we're doing pretty well. When you said Nico, the puppy showed up. That is adorable. Nico in the chat, thank you for subscribing. That way I could say Nico and therefore summon the husky. Great teamwork. Site Director Therian Sherman, not my name. Why is your hair Phoenix themed and do you like candy corn? So number one, candy corn gets a bad rap. It is delicious. You can fight me. Second of all, I've been getting a lot of different calls on this. Me and my hairstylist were going for a tropical sunset vibe, but I think we went a little too vibrant, and so it came out very Charmander, I've been called. Charmeleon, Charizard, Flareon, all the fire-type Pokemon, really. And then Phoenix is one of them. We're going with it. We're going for it. Dusttail Alistair, yes, I did understand that Therian was a joke. I am playing it deadpan, as is my right. Shermagmar even. Shermagmar is what I'm seeing in the chat. Thank you, Desk. And so, yes, it's a nice vibe flop from the cool tones of the peacock colors, and I'm enjoying it. It's good for the autumn. Now, Froggy Master, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some garlic knots on your way past the commissary. I found 6A2 yesterday, the size of a cat. It followed me around. I woke up this morning and it was sleeping next to me. Is that normal? You might be just witnessing one of the lizard kittens. The lizard kittens, they are kitten size, they are lizards, but they are not 6A2. Maybe distant cousins. Cypher's Girl, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a taquito on your way past the commissary. Hey, Sherbander035 is back in their cell now. We got 4 pillowcases full of candy last night. Told you nothing bad would happen. Trust me next time. You must live in the Candy Cane Sugar Sparkles universe where all the anomalies are nice. And it unsettles me. The Wasteland Ranger, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a Nuka-Cola Quantum on your way past the commissary. Please, for the love of God, I know we had our differences, but Everest is waking up. Send help. Message by Serpent's Hand team to nearest SCP site. Well, I mean, there's so many Everest anomalies. Is it that it's a stack of bodies? Is it that there's the man on Everest eating people? I don't know, man. You got to be more specific about your Everest emergency. We need to know what team to send. Real quick, Dark Duality sent a Ko-Fi yesterday and I missed it, so I've got to get this so I'm not a jerk. Dark Duality, thank you for your donation to yesterday's stream, my bad. And thank you for doing it through the Ko-Fi, which has less fees than YouTube Super Chats do. It makes sure more of your money goes to the Site 42 team, so we appreciate you going through the effort. So mission done, lots of witches in all ages, even babies, skeleton pope and demons and clowns too. And cost me a lot of SCP gear. Well, you know, it's just a matter of we can restock. At least you effectively survive the job. That is what we need to deal with. All right, back to the chat. La 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 la. There we go, that looks good. Chat refreshed. Rat, stream is a 40-minute stream which started 10 minutes ago. So we are at approximately 30 minutes left. Low Key, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some bolognese on your way past the commissary. Pasta of your choice. Is the tree screaming yet? No. We had a very foolproof plan last night for a test. We all know that last night was SCP-031-J, the Evening of Terrors, when for some strange reason, all sorts of horrifying creatures come out on one evening, and if you don't give them candy, they will do horrible things to you. And so you've got to protect yourself with the candy. Ugh. And so, last night, we propped up SCP-4521 at the door, opening our hope that every time we opened the door, that the creepy crawly gruelies at the door would horrify the tree into screaming. Suffice it to say, no matter how much candy we gave or didn't give, that damned tree did not so much as peep. Very rude. We'll get it next time. Jimmy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a slice of garlic bread on your way past the commissary. Will there be a dedicated SCP anthology video? Yes, but it will be late because I need to catch up. They did a lot of long articles and I've had a very busy couple of weeks. So it's been bad timing. But I would like to do like I did last year with Anthology, quick summaries, like sneak preview summaries, and then ratings, and tell people to go read them. I would like to advertise those, so I just need a little time to get the video together. Abigail, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a fillet on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, it's Anna and Friends, also like the die. Oh, okay. Abigail is Anna and Friends. I will try to remember that. YouTube, give us our names back. You're making this very difficult for the streamers. And thank you for appreciating the hair. We like the fashion around here. We like to have fun around here. It helps dull the pain from the horrors. Nura and Timeless, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Scarlett, thank you for donating again. I'm just going to listen to this as I focus on the pasta, so I might not be donating as much, so let's hope it doesn't burn. Yes, please do not burn the pasta. This is very essential. Lurkers are welcome. Orange Cloud, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a bowl of ravioli on your way past the commissary. See if you can find the formuoli while you're at it. Okay, boss, you'll be glad to know that the SCP, which shall not be named, has been found, caged, and returned to Dr. Hessen. Thank God. Specifically, SCP-5320, our long and glorious lord, the infinite fish that just goes on forever. May we find the head or the tail. Let's get drunk at work. Amen. Cypher's Girl, thank you for donating again. I'm at the same universe you are. Also, 035 wants origami paper to make paper stars, and 682 wants a new Chew Choy. You are solely mistaken. My 682 uses D-Class and researchers as chew toys. That is not very friend-shaped. Nor does 035 ever do anything besides murder and plan to murder and eat hot chip and lie. So no, I press X to doubt that you and 035 and 682 are the super best friends in the same universe as me. Desk, that is such a good idea. 3 different infinite fish emojis that can be connected to make the long boy. Oh, Desk, you are a clever one. And that gives us 3 emojis for the price of 1. I clicked the link once I clicked the thumbnail once I saw coffee in the title. Nice mug, by the way. Well, Asmara, welcome to the Coffee Break stream. This is, you know, Foundation Personnel of the Month. You don't get that by being a slacker, that's for sure. You'll earn yours one day, I'm sure. Welcome to the Coffee Break, of which there's about 30 minutes left. Low Key, thank you for donating again. From the office of Ryza Director K, we are reviewing your records. We'll make the tree scream by giving it paperwork to do. Or taxes. Ooh, okay, I am interested. And perhaps, can we add the additional joy of giving it paper cuts while it attempts this? That is very document-efficient testing we're doing there. I'm a big fan of this idea. Good work, Ryza. Yellow, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a tiramisu on your way past the commissary. I have returned. And we welcome you back to the Foundation. All right, with the time left we have on stream, a quick interruption for some housekeeping. This stream is sponsored by us. We are self-sponsoring because we are entering ourselves, we are nominating ourselves for the Streamer Awards, due to streaming 6.5 months in a row, daily and counting. We have accidentally qualified for the Streamer Awards. Do we think we will win? Maybe, maybe not. Do we think we can force some normal everyday people not in the SCP fandom to get very confused because while judging the nominations, they're going to go, what is Site 42? What is the SCP Foundation? I am very confused. And that will be funny no matter what. So, go to the link that is in Desk's chat, in the chat, or in our support link. You should nominate Site 42 for the 5 categories that we qualify for, which are Best Roleplay Streamer, Best Vertical Streamer, Best Just Chatting Streamer, Hidden Gem Award, and League of Their Own. We are qualified for those 5 categories, and if we win, it would be super hilarious. I know it's a high fashion event, but should I wear like my lab coat? Or should I commission a formal lab coat? Yes, a formal lab coat, obviously. But even if we don't win, we are going to force some of their staff who are in the streaming community to know about the SCP Foundation, and that tickles my fancy. So, the link is in the chat support link, which is in our description and pinned in the chat. Fly, my Site 42 staff. Let's make them think about us. For fuck's sake, Dr. Sherman, you were right. The names being changed isn't a glitch, it's an update, and I don't know if we're getting our names back or not. Really? No! No, YouTube, why? Four months ago. So that's an old one. That was the beta that we got last 4 months ago. That was a beta that they were doing. And now maybe they have tried to make it permanent. So everyone is going to have to rethink their user handles, which sucks because that means that people who have cool display names for certain channels and for role-playing, that's a lot harder because you have to change your actual channel name. Way to go, YouTube. Change something that wasn't wrong in the first place to annoy everybody. Your local American, which intern American, I will remember that now. Can you please email what your evidence is to my business email, just so I can see it with mine own eyes? I want to be able to double check things. Not that I don't believe you, I trust my research staff, but the buck stops with me, so I want to confirm it. And while you do that, I saw a Ko-Fi come in. Chesta Factory, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. And thank you for making the effort to do it through the Ko-Fi. That way, we are able to get less fees taken from it. We appreciate you going through the effort. Make sure to grab yourself some lasagna on your way past the commissary. Currently working on getting the chickens off my site, protected from a raccoon that was wandering. Are there any anomalous raccoons or similar creatures in containment? Well, I am familiar with anomalous beavers, but I'm not familiar with anomalous raccoons. Let me take a quick look-see. 6291 was a 1.8 meter tall raccoon. That's a big-ass raccoon. We have 3 mentions of raccoons on the wiki. Not a lot of raccoon love on the wiki. This is a 6291 is a Red Velvet Lover's cookbook, where on page 122, the last non-anomalous recipe in the book, when you turn past it, you will get infinite amount of Red Velvet themed recipes, including the fact that those anomalous red velvet cake entities come to life after being baked. They range from friendly to incredibly hostile, so you have to be careful with which red velvet cake creature you create. Wowza. Wasn't expecting that. Cat Warbler is not an anomalous raccoon. And in the tail on the run, I doubt we're going to have an anomalous raccoon. So, wow, wild that we don't have any anomalous raccoons. I would have expected as such, especially the place that they have in mythology in some places. Does SCP Foundation use children as D-Class? If yes, which kids? I need an answer from someone who works in the SCP Foundation. Well, SCP Chaos, you should know that we do, in fact, have child D-Classes, because otherwise we would not be able to test on anomalies that only interact with children. And so, for instance, SCP-018-J, a totally normal trench coat worn by a human adult, is a trench coat that no matter how many children you stuff inside it, you mimetically see it as a singular adult human male once they are in the trench coat. We once got 50 War Orphan D-Class, otherwise known as Warphans, inside that lab coat. It was crazy that time. Also, what would we test with SCP-956, codename the Child Breaker, which is a piñata that paralyzes children, and then it waddles over to them and headbutts them until the child breaks open and spills forth the candy. 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 Anyways. Wait, the coat gives me an OC idea. Okay, Aoki, which coat? Are we talking about the trench coat? That'll be fun. Oh, gotta check on something. Oh, and Desk is informing me in the back channels that we, use D-Class clones in the SCP-1680 testing. So we clone D-Class children there. Well, that's more ethical, I think. Now, on top of that, I'm being informed that I was, incorrect about the lack of raccoons on the SCP Wiki. And that's because, like a dunce, I spelled raccoon wrong. There are 2 C's and 2 O's. Now we have a whole bunch of raccoons. For instance, SCP-4457, which is 3 raccoons in a trench coat solving crimes. Thank you, Desk, for telling me about that. And so, yes, we do have some raccoons on the wiki for you to check out. I knew we thought we had some. Golly darn it. Okay, double checking something. Site 42 staff, as a time check, we have 18 minutes left in stream today. 18 minutes. What if you shove the 3 raccoons in the trench coat into the trench coat worn by a normal adult? I think you got something going for you right there. That is the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need here at the Foundation. I think you're in need of promotion. Sir Exilot, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Doctor, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Thank you for doing it through the Ko-Fi, which gives us less fees on your donation, so we get to keep more. We appreciate you going through the effort. Make sure to grab yourself a tasty freeze on your way past the commissary. Good day, Dr. Sherman. I was wondering your input on this. If the SCP Foundation was in the same universe as a UNIT and/or Torchwood, or even the Men in Black, how would they feel about each other? Especially since UNIT is open to the public now. So here is the situation we would be in. Unit is a public paramilitary organization, essentially. And so they really couldn't operate if the veil was broken. So if they were operating publicly, that would mean that the veil was broken, the masquerade was broken, everyone knows about the Anomalous. And so while we probably don't like working with them because they are like the GOC, they're very global occult coalition minded in destroying anomalies and using that as their method to protect. We probably would not get along with them, but we'd have to work with them on various extreme circumstances. The same with Torchwood. The MIB is better because they like to keep things secret. And so we could work with them even behind the veil and probably would collaborate a little bit. All right, refreshing the chat. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a fettuccine alfredo on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman with the SCP Foundation used Y-17 Trauma Override Harness from Fallout New Vegas DLC Old World Blues. And what would we use them for? The Trauma Override Harness. I need to remember this. It's been a while since I played New Vegas. I have a new keyboard that I have to get used to. I got it replaced finally. The Y-17 Trauma Override Harness. Full body suit, automatically retrieve injured soldiers and return them to their home base. So, I mean, that does sound like something I would like for field missions, rather than sending in teams to pull out bodies. Y-17, a big mountain. Does that automatically retrieve injured soldiers and return to their home bases by automatically taking over their motor functions and walking them to the base. So you can effectively learn new behaviors by recording neuro-automuscular movements. Design problems. It has design problems. It causes issues. So probably we would have that as a anomaly we're studying of a piece of anomalous tech rather than actually utilizing it. Desk. That's even better. Thank you for giving me more information. In the back channels, Desk let me know that SCP-1680, codenamed Tyler, is a school bus that between 5 and 20 times a day appears and drops off the same child. This child doesn't demanifest or anything. It's just another iteration of the kid. And so that article is why we have child D-class clones for testing. Because we just have infinity of this kid named Kyle. We can get 5 to 20 Kyles a day, and so we can dispose of them willy-nilly if we want to. That's incredible. How well we are saving on resources. I love that for us. Scarlet, thank you for donating again. Have a break from the pasta. What did I just hear about the name staying like this? Yes, apparently we are in a bad situation where these names might be out of beta and they now stay like this forever. So your @ symbol will be your display name in every chat from now on, which I find very frustrating. Say it ain't so, YouTube. Say it ain't so. Low Key, thank you for donating again. Ryza approves, Doctor, from Protected Site 7. Excellent. Give that tree paper cuts. Guys, I was wrong. Had a brain fart. His name is Tyler. I'm an idiot. You know, I was really confused as to why the article was named Tyler, but you were saying his name was Kyle. I was confused, and I was trusting you, so now I need to remember not to do that anymore. You have failed me for the last time, Desk. You're getting the lemon pledge. Scarlett, thank you for donating again. Pasta's almost ready, not burnt yet. Keep not burning the pasta. We love that for you. And us. Yellow, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, I just asked the new coffee machine for a cup of Joe and heard screaming from the other room. Should I be concerned? It isn't a new coffee machine. It's SCP-294. Go to the other room and take Joe to the infirmary. Idiot. Cypher's Girl, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, I literally saw you yesterday. I gave you a report. We're at the same universe and site. I'm taking away your X button so you can't doubt me. My X button is installed on a new keyboard. You can't have it. Furthermore, you must have seen the you from your universe, and you must have seen the me from your universe, not the me from my universe, or the you from your universe, or the you from my universe. Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Ugh! Anna, thank you for donating again. Hey, Doc, this is Anna and Pinky. Just want to let you know I changed Anna and Friend's email, too. Anna Carson, that's the last name I made for her. Well, please just make sure to put the usernames that you want to be talked to as in the art emails and such. That way I don't get it wrong. Because there's a lot of people in chat. I do my best, but I can't remember every user handle / email address / person. Thank you for your help in this matter. Froggy, Maminers, After School Vids, and Jathleen. Welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. What do you think of about the Chaos Insurgency? They're a bunch of dicks. A bunch of jerks. Traitors to the Foundation. Raiding our sites. It's rude. Scarlett, thank you for donating again. Pasta is finished. Enjoy. Enjoy the pasta. That's an order. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Can I put in charge of Protect the Children D class for the more evil SCVs and personnel? And can I get some dream cake with my morning coffee? Yes to the dream cake, but no for Protecting Child D class. We're putting them in that position for a reason, and if we don't get rid of some Tylers, we're going to be overrun with Tylers. Do you want to be overrun with Tylers? God, they're so annoying. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some coffee cake on your way past the commissary. What about you not being cake? Just got off work. Look at the thumbnail, which is Junior Researcher Sally's art. If you cut into my skull, you will not find cake. Unless you use the confectioner's knife, the SCP that literally turns people into cake, if you cut them with it, as well as other objects, but please do not cut me with the confectioner's knife, because then I will be cake, and I will also be quite perturbed. Lockjaw, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some tapioca pudding on your way past the commissary. SCP-682 versus all SCPs associated with Mount Everest. Well, 682 will just regenerate, so 682 is going to win that. Easy. I went to a different chat, and this name flaw is only in this chat. So you're saying you went to someone else's stream and your username looked normal? Maybe there's hope for it not being a glitch. Intern American hasn't sent me that evidence they found, so I don't know. We are still waiting. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again. You will be baked, and then there will be cake. You will be baked, then there will be cake. Get that GLaDOS out of here. Yellow, thank you for donating again. Who left 294 in the break room? It just seems irresponsible. Nobody warned me. Also, Joe made it safe to medical. Well, thank you for getting Joe to medical. And I posted on all of the bulletin boards that 294 was coming to our site for rotation this week. We have 1 week of all the drinks we want, and then it has to go on to the next site. Read the bulletins. I put them up there not for my own health, but for your information. They are lying. I checked. My name is exactly where it is in this chat. It is wholly possible if it's a glitch that it could be multiple chats. And it goes off and on, 50-50. But isn't Velvet Cake just chocolate cake dyed red? Yeah, but it's so much better than that. Okay, but honestly, my favorite kind of cake is red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. But I also need to know, what is red velvet cake? Red colored layer cake with cream cheese or ermine frosting. The origin of the cake is unknown, though it's popular in the southern United States and has been served as dessert at New York City's Waldorf Astoria Hotel since the 20s. But the hotel and Eaton's in Canada claim to have developed the recipe. Difference between red cake and not red cake. Difference between red velvet cake and chocolate cake. Huh. It says that red velvet cake uses less non-processed cocoa powder. So it uses type and amount of chocolate is the difference. Site 42 staff, congratulations, you got the likes above the view count. Do you know what that means? That means YouTube is going to bring more people into our stream, and they're all going to go, what the hell is the SCP Foundation? And then if they stick around for a minute, they'll go, hey, that actually is kind of cool. Maybe I'll stick around here. And that's how we get more people into the SCP fandom to help us support the wiki's authors, artists, animators, game devs, filmmakers, merch makers, etc. So thank you for your service. Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codename the Signal Boosters. What is the Chaos Insurgency's actual motivation? They claim they're the good guys, and that the Foundation is fascist, and that we should not have a monopoly on containing anomalies, and so they're going to destroy our sites and steal our anomalies, and they are going to then be the arbiters of the anomalous. Bunch of idiots, if you ask me. They do not have the power, the skill, the resources to do the job. Dr. Sherman, I have a question. If there was an SCP movie and you could be any character of any position in SCP lore from Researcher 05 Council, what would you be? Well, I would certainly hope that I would play Dr. Sherman in an SCP movie. I just feel that seems appropriate. I emailed you, but I don't know if it's sent. My internet has been really bad lately. Ah, Intern American. I see it has showed up 7 minutes ago. All right, so you got that from Google's AI Answer Questions, dated October 15th. So the question becomes, where is Google getting that information? Good work. That's a good link in the chain. I'll spend some time looking this up today so I can see. Even if we can't really fix it at all, I still want to know. Oh, by the way, Site 42 staff, we are in the last 2 minutes of stream. We have 2 minutes left. Get your last minute questions in. If Dr. Sherman was a cake, does that mean he became Cake by the Ocean? Well, Director Ethan, that would only be if I were near the ocean. Now, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. I guess if you consider I am by the ocean by comparison to most of the country since I live in California. And so I am closer to the ocean than most, but I don't live on the beach. Therefore, I would not say I am by the ocean proximately, but by comparison to the rest of the country, I am quite by the ocean. Gold 2 Slayer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a frittata on your way past the commissary. The Anomalous Kobold has returned again. The Foundation has still not found me. Anyway, hello there, and I see you still fiddling around with that pen. Well, yes, I gotta give my hands something to do. What's your opinion on the Global Occult Coalition? Those gawk suckers? Puh. Destroy, destroy, destroy my ass. In the metaphorical, I don't believe in their motto sense. Don't take that out of context. So where has the better beaches? East Coast, West Coast, or North Coast? As all we know, Canada is a Foundation cover-up. So the answer is the Gulf Coast. The water is warmer there, the beaches are nicer there. The Gulf Coast, I'm familiar with the Gulf Coast of Florida, but I hear Mexico is damn good as well. Nico, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. That's 2 Nikos today. Lucas, I keep seeing this word wulp. What is a wulp? It's worrying me. Revra, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Go ahead and grab yourself some candy corn on your way past the commissary. Desk decided that that broke the rule, but sent it to me in the back channels. And I see what you were going for. We appreciate it. The problem is that due to the spirit with which that anomaly was written by its author, its sheer existence makes it part of the problem. I'm just going to use the words alleged possession fetish and move on. Therefore, even the amulet itself cannot be salvaged. That's why we don't talk about that character or the anomaly associated with it. Yellow, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. I hope you will do great research to help us win the battle against the White Names. Furthermore, we are at the end of stream, everyone. This is just a coffee break, and we've come to the end of it, so we all have to get back to work, get back to our days of testing anomalies. But before we go, as a tradition around these parts, I always tell you my favorite SCPs. Now, of course, I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs I personally wrote are my favorite. That would be cheating. That'd be narcissistic. But if you want to read the SCPs I personally wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page and Site 42 Hub. Sorry, brain lapse. As I was saying, if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm Site 42 Hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as provided sound lines too, sound effects, voice lines, all that kind of stuff. And on that author page, one tab over for the SCPs, you'll find some links. Some links people are very often very interested in finding, but they just don't have the perseverance to find it. They don't have the skill, the mettle, the guts, the moxie to find, but that's not you. You, Containment Hazard Assessment Team, you have the skill necessary to find these links. Of course you do. And so while you're by those links, you can become a Site 42 Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube donation if you want to donate to us once at a time. Either way, direct donations are the best way to help out Site 42 in a hurry, so we appreciate it greatly. Otherwise, if you can't donate because you're part of the broke gang, trust me, we're an arts community. Starving artist is a thing for a reason, especially in this world, in this economy. But as long as you're in the stream, like commenting and chatting and liking and all that, if you're in our videos watching and commenting, if you are liking, sharing, subscribing, all that YouTube dance, then you are an honored and valuable member of Mobile Task Force Sci 42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. And because of your intrepid efforts, the YouTube algorithm brings us more people, and we make them into SCP fans. We crush them like coal in the palm of our hand until they are forged through the pressure to be SCP enjoyers. And that's how we grow the community to help the SCP Wiki and its authors, artists, animators, game devs, filmmakers, merch makers, etc. We'll never get some SCP projects from Amazon or Netflix because of the Creative Commons, so we'll have to do it ourselves. And thanks to you, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, we are closer to that effort than ever. Now, in no further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Furthermore, before we go, the sponsorship, one more time. Go to the link in our chat/description and check out the Streamer Awards nominations. The Site42 crew is up for 5 categories. Best Roleplay, Best Just Chatting, Best Vertical, Hidden Gem, League of Our Own. Put Site42 into those votes and let's force the online streamers to reckon with Site42 and the SCP Foundation. If anything, it'll be funny to at least make them go, what the hell is SCP? Huh. And that will make me laugh. Furthermore, friend of the channel, Andrea Joshua Asnikar, is posting tomorrow an SCP-2316, codename Field Trip, colloquial name You Do Not Recognize the Bodies in the Water, live action short film tomorrow on his YouTube channel titled Andrea Joshua Asnikar. Go there, subscribe, hit the bell. It drops at 10 p.m. California time tomorrow. You'll want to see this. I'll want to see this. I will be judging you in the chat tomorrow if you haven't seen it. So be there and be well-researched researchers. Make sure you leave Andrea a comment on there, an actual comment, as well as the premiere chat, but go to the comments afterwards to say Mobile Task Force Psi-42, courtesy of Site42, Dr. Sherman brought you here. Dr. Sherman sent me. Site42 sent me. Whatever to let the algorithm know that you want more people to see that video. Here we go. Lucas, California is 3 hours before the East Coast. So right now I am at 12 noon to 3 p.m. East Coast. Okay. Site42 staff, that is everything I have to say today. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. This has been The Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site42. I have been Dr. Theron Sherman. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Java name! Coming in with 20 gifted memberships off the top rope before we end stream. How dare you? Right at the end there. You heroic monster. The green names are thriving. The world is getting brighter. Nature is healing. If you receive a membership from Java Name, make sure to thank them for their generosity. Everyone give some dubs to Java Name in the chat. Do some Dr. Sherman Pogs emojis if you're a member. Notorious Gaming, thank you for your continuing donation even during the outro as well. I did not forget it, thankfully. Whew! Where was I? All right, that's where I was. I actually have to go. See you guys next time. Cheers. Chaotic end of stream. Complete. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. And I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore, and we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. The credit song is Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff. Secure, contain, protect.